The rule of 85. We talk about that from time to time, and those of us that are under 60, all three of us in the club, we nod. We nod in a serious fashion. And, it's one of those things that I think in Rotary that we all say we know, but do we really know what it is? Aaron, you and I, yeah, we're the two of the three. Do we know what the rule of 85 is? So I'm going to refresh everybody's memory. So take your age and your time in Rotary if it's been 20 years or more, okay? If they add up to 85, then you have reached the rule of 85, which is a great milestone. Okay. Now, in this club, it used to mean that you didn't have to pay attendance fines anymore. But under the great leadership of past President Brad Hahn, we got rid of those attendance fines. Okay. So the following people have recently reached the landmark rule of 85. Past President Larry Dempsey, Dave Derby, past President Kathy Halsey, Jim Halverson, past President Doug Harms, past President Tracy Kerr, Karen Service, and Ridge Sutter. So let's give them all a round of applause. Now, from those people I just mentioned, I would like to open it up to them and see what has kept them committed to Rotary and the club all these many years. So they don't have to say anything, but they can. Ridge is running to the microphone or shuffling. Ridge Sutter, sir.
Yes, President Ryan, Ridge Sutter, general contractor. So I guess it is official then. I'm on the back side of the hill. I've reached the top and I'm going down the other side, which is fine. And but I just would like to say that, Rotary is all about relationships. And I've had a great time in Rotary, especially, the community service projects and the special events where you can actually sit down with people and get to know them a little bit better and this and that. Probably would be remiss if I didn't thank my sponsor, Ken Elving. Ken and I met in the Boy Scouts. I was 11, he was 12. So there's another relationship. So yeah, it's been fun. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Rich. Appreciate that. Hey, a lot of kidding from me on the top of that announcement, but Rich Sutter, we appreciate that. We appreciate those words of wisdom. And I think we're all looking forward to things like the gala where we can sit next to our friends and really have those meaningful conversations. So thank you, Rich.
I have something I want to say.
Yes, please go ahead.
Since I thought at first that I was the youngest rule of 85, and then Jimmy Halverson beat me to it because he's exactly a year and minus 2 days older than me, and he joined the club a year before I did. So I also realized I think I've been in the club almost half my life.
Wow.
But my sponsor was Marcina Buck, and I came in past, who has since passed. She passed in 2000. And I have to say, staying in the club at first, when I heard of the Rule 85, when I first joined, it was like, oh, it's that table that falls asleep after lunch. So,
I thought I was rough.
Right? So now I'm like, I'm that table. Holy crap. But anyway, I've had so many roles in the club. I think the only thing that I haven't been is president-elect or president, but don't get any ideas from that. But I have had an amazing time in the club. There's been great years. There's been kind of years, but I think like Ridge, one of the most memorable was the Rotary Centennial Junction that we all worked on with John Mensinger, the late Andy Soderstrom, and the late Bob Bibbins, and then serving on the board, and then also serving on the Rotary Foundation. But I feel like I used to go into those meetings, I'm like, oh, those guys at the tables are the ones that aren't on committees anymore and just kind of are sliding out of Rotary. And I'm thinking, I am that. Oh my gosh. So anyway, but I just love this year. You've done a great job, Ryan, and I'm sticking with it until the end. So thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Karen. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Ryan, this is
Yes.
Kathy Halsey. Can I chime in? So
Absolutely.
Kathy Halsey, telephone.
Absolutely,
Public
Past President Kathy.
Yeah,
But-
telephone public affairs retired. I kind of want to chime in. I'm like Karen and Ridge. It's like way back when you thought you would never get there, and holy crap, we're there now. So it feels kind of weird, but and now that it doesn't really mean anything except it's a milestone. But I used to pray for the days I would hit 85 because I wouldn't have the attendance requirement. But I want to say to those people that are just starting out in a club or are halfway or whatever, we have such a great club, and there's something for everybody, whether it's small things or big things, but all of us, there's something there. And that's what's kept me in Rotary is just the opportunities. And Ridge said it, the relationships that we have are just incredible. And I have turned many times to Rotarians for help, and I'm so grateful for that. So I'm excited that I finally hit 85, although I don't feel like the age part works for me. Anyway, thanks.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
President Ryan,
Yes.
it's Roberta Anderson. I may be the oldest. I'm 87, and also I've been in Rotary for at least 10 years. And so to me, welcome everyone. It's a great place. This club keeps us young. Thank you.
I tell you, Roberta, you keep me young. I was just in Wisconsin, and I was visiting my mom, and my mom wanted to see some of the clips that we have on YouTube from our Rotary Club, and we played the pets one where everybody introduced our pets, and you had that little stuffed animal. And my mom said, "Who is that? I just love that lady. Who is that?" I said, "Well, that's Roberta, and she tunes in from Turlock, and she's amazing, and I look for her on the meeting, make sure she's there." So, Roberta, you keep us young. Thank you
And I like the
very
record
much.
too.
I've got one more from Jim Halverson. And the first thing that comes to my mind when I joined in 1993, I was one of the few under 30-year-olds in the club. That is very rare. When I told people in town that I was in Rotary, they would ask me which club I was in. I would tell them and they would comment, "Oh, you're in the old man's club." Now I am the old man. For me, Rotary enabled me to develop deeper connection to our Modesto community on many levels. Rotary made it possible to have business, personal, and community relationships that would have been much more difficult to develop being new to the Modesto community. And giving back to our community is consistent with our business philosophy. Rotary was a natural fit. Best regards, Jimmy. So a very nice message from Jimmy Halverson. So one last final round of applause for all of our folks that hit the Rule of 85. And a special call out to my board, because the board has been instrumental in saying, hey, we just can't let these Rule of 85 people go without commenting on them hitting that milestone. So thank you to the board. All right.